Oh, good. We are live. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here. It's been a couple weeks. Last week was my best friend's wedding, so transparently, I just knew this wasn't going to go down the way I wanted it to. Last week, week before, just this month has been so crazy. I'm moving next week, so this is my last time doing this in my apartment. But I'm so obsessed and in love with my new apartment, and it's just such a good time because spring is upon us. And obviously you've noticed that we're doing a spring reset menu. That's what this is all about. I'm also launching my ebook on April 18th, which is a spring reset ebook. There's going to be recipes, there's going to be tips, tricks, everything that you can do to just reset your body and align your system with the season, because we are one with nature and our bodies are meant to move with nature. As nature blooms and blossoms, so to do our digestive system, and everything's coming out of hibernation, reawakening. And so that's what this is all about. And my ebook's also going to be more than that. It's going to be other things you can do, other modalities that you can do literally starting today, tomorrow, whenever, just to get your body going and get yourself ready for that the spring transition, because it is here and it's so beautiful outside. And I've been stuck prepping, and like prepping for clients and packing and everything. I'm moving on Tuesday, but yeah, it's just been a lot. But it's such a good time to reset, and I'm really excited. And this is something I geek out over every year. I literally taught a cooking class in person last year with this. It was fabulous. I could talk forever about all this, and I will. I'll keep going. But this week I'm really excited. We're really working with the seasonal produce that is going to not only help us reset, but seasonal produce, because why would we not use seasonal produce? Like, we have such yummy, amazing things right at our fingertips that are going to help to get our bodies moving and grooving and are going to make you feel your absolute best. That's why we like to eat with this season. So we're making a lemony, lentil, and asparagus soup, which is going to be really, really yummy. It's filled with celery and carrot, and there's leeks in there. Leeks are in season right now too, along with asparagus. We are making a garlic lemon roasted broccoli. Lemon is a big through line here through all the ingredients or all the recipes. And it's because lemon is so alkaline and amazing, and we're using it more with cooked foods. Often, people think that lemon causes them a lot of heartburn. If it's cooked, that really won't happen. So I'm excited to use it in that way and show you that, adding lemon will not hurt your system. And I got broccoli rabe. I wrote broccolini, but I saw this gorgeous broccoli rabe and I wanted it. So I got it. So you can use that too. You can use regular broccoli if you don't want to get broccolini. I know broccolini can be a little bit, it can be a pricier produce. But yeah, I guess broccoli rabe, I chose the priciest, but I like it. So I don't know. That's where I'm willing to spend on. And then we're going to make a crunchy detox salad with a lemony tahini dressing. Sorry, there's so much dust from moving stuff. And I'm just find myself just getting I don't know, I need out of this apartment. Anyway, we're going to cook all this and we're going to make the salad. I wrote down the coconut date bars, and I'm not going to make that right now. It's really, I don't know, it's so simple and something that I would really want to challenge you to make at home. It's something I've made for clients actually, and something that constantly got requested, and it's so easy and really good. But I really just wanted to focus on the produce today and show you how to make all these things. So what we're going to do first is we are going to start with the soup, move on to the broccolini, likely come back to the soup, then we're going to hit the salad because cold foods last, and let's just get this started. So let's head over to the stove, and we are going to make our lemony lentil and asparagus soup. So I've already started heating up this. I've already preheated the oven as well to 425, like I mentioned in our prep notes. And so we're heating this up. It's already heated. I'm gonna throw in some leeks. I've chopped up a bunch of leeks. With leeks, wash them really well because leeks are dirty and disgusting. The ones at Trader Joe's are really nice because they really do the job of like Trader Joe does the job of getting your leeks to be getting those leeks cleaned, but I'd still give them a rinse regardless. But yeah, that's a good place to get them. I did not. Trader Joe's is like not super duper close to me, but that's okay. We have this. And I have patience, so I'll do this, no problem. So I'm just stirring these leeks around so that they're not, I'm turning on a little light over here. There we go. These leeks, I'm just stirring them around so they don't get burned in the process. And then we'll get that going. And then I'm also gonna add in, I've already pre-chopped, as noted in our prep checklist, I pre-chopped the carrot and celery. I'm so excited for this light to be fixed at my next apartment. Let me just tell you, that is gonna be game changing, you guys. It's so effing annoying. Okay, carrots and celery we go. Amazing. And I'm gonna let this, there we go. Saute. It's like my mirepoix, which is literally just the base of any sort of soup, vegetable stock, or chicken if you're adding in chicken bones, or if you want to make your own sort of broth there. I'm making it this way, but I'm gonna keep all this in here because I love it. But yeah, mirepoix is literally just the aromatics, which are the onions, garlic, celery. It can be fennel, carrot, and then the broth that comes with it. So you would just put some water in, and then people usually will, if you're just trying to keep a broth and not actually the vegetable, they'll strain it and they'll do something with all of this. But like, this is gorgeous produce. Why would we waste it? We're going to blend it in. I'm going to use an immersion blender probably, but yeah, this is all on the fly. Soup is like the best way to reset. Soup takes no time, especially if it's a blended soup. Let me be clear. A blended soup takes half the time to digest in your body. If it's a vegetable soup, that's like an hour. That's nothing. So we love a blended soup. When your body's like trying to get back out of hibernation, trying to reset, trying to like remind itself that it's has all this life force in it, and that all the sitting around and like stagnation that happened during the winter months is not actually what it's meant to do, because your body can and will do that, and it knows itself. Soup is the best thing because it'll be like, oh, I recognize this, I register that, and it'll just go flow through you. Your body will so quickly absorb all the life force, all the nutrients, all the vitamins, minerals, all these things. And on top of it, your gut will thank you, which you know is my bread and butter, literally. So we are getting, it smells so good. There's something about leeks more than any other onion, really, that I just smells so good. It's like so yummy. I'm gonna let this go for a little bit and get this softened. And then, oh, there we go. Okay. Let this soften, and then we are going to put in a clove of garlic. I wrote minced. Because it's gonna be, I just like smashed a bunch of garlic because I wanted it smashed for the broccolini. I cannot put my hand, there we go. I wanted it smashed for the broccolini, so I just made a bunch of garlic, smashed it up. I'm going to just throw it in because I'm going to blend this anyway, so you don't necessarily have to mince your garlic. I'm putting in 3. I'm using it all. I'm trying to use it all up, you guys, so I don't have to bring out over so much of this new apartment. It's honestly, moving is tricky, and if anyone is in New York, I think I would literally pay you at this point. I mean it, to help me pack the rest, because moving is so not fun in New York City. It really isn't. And I'm not moving far. I'm staying right where I live in my neighborhood, which I'm not announcing, but it's such a pain in the butt. Okay. There we go, we have this, and then we are gonna add in our lentils. I have them here. You can soak them. These lentils are brown lentils. They don't require soaking, and I already had them in my pantry, so I'm using them. But if you're using green lentils, just make sure to soak them. Red lentils, you also don't really have to soak either. They will immediately sort of come apart at the seams. But red lentils are more for a crushed lentil moment. Those are more for like your truly a crushed lentil soup. Something you'd find, or I have found growing up at more of the Lebanese restaurants. My town was full of so many Lebanese restaurants. And crushed lentil soup was one of my favorite things. So good. Okay. Just getting this all sauteed for a minute, and then of course I'm adding in I've chopped up a bunch of asparagus. Adding that in now. Oh, this dust. When you just start moving your couch and everything, I'm talking about this move because it is just what's really relevant. But when you start moving your things and you just all of a sudden see the little dust behind the couch or something, that's what's happening for me. I'm allergic to dust. I don't know anyone who's not really, I guess. But, oof, it is really killing me. Let me tell you. Okay. I love how vibrant green this is all turning. I really hope you can tell, besides the fact that this, just due to the fact, that this is like atrocious lighting right now. It's so annoying to me. Again, can't wait to have a new lighting situation happening. My new apartment's also a lot brighter. The kitchen's so white and happy. If you look at my Instagram story literally today, you can see part of my new apartment. I'll do a little tour at some point, but it is just so bright and happy, like my spirits. Very exciting. Okay, so we did that, and then we're gonna add in some broth. I did like half broth because I had it actually like half vegetable broth and half water. So adding that in now. No, it's not making so much noise. But this, and then I'm gonna add in some dill, and I think I'm gonna add in some parsley. I just feel like making this very herby. All the herbs. Oops. Go. At the end, we'll top it with some lemon. And the reason we do that is because I don't want to make it like super bitter. Super bitter immediately. So let me just get this going. I'm gonna get it going to a roaring boil. And then once we have it on a boil, I'm gonna reduce it to simmer, cover it, and we'll cook it for 10 minutes. But in the meantime, I'm gonna move this over, oopsie, so that we can show you the broccolini. Wrong burner. I'm gonna move this over here. Turn this off, and we can do the broccoli rub / broccolini. Oopsie. Okay. There we go. So I have a parchment lined paper here, and then I have the broccolini here, or broccoli rub. We really keep calling it that. Okay, so put it in here, put it on the parchment lined paper, and then I'm gonna use some avocado oil and just get it. Oh, it dropped a tiny little leaf. I love these leaves. I'm gonna just get a bunch of avocado oil on here. And then I'm going to add some lemon zest. I like to just peel a lemon and then chop up the zest. It's so much easier than actually using a zester, in my opinion. That's just me. But I'm gonna put zest on here, maybe a little bit more. And then I'm going to add in our crushed, like a bunch of crushed garlic. That'll be so yummy. Just get really cooked nicely. And then this is totally optional, but some red pepper flakes. I like it a little spicy. And then some salt, of course. There we go. Salt is to your discretion. I use a lot. I will totally admit that. And some pepper. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm gonna glove up so I'm not totally, my hands aren't like totally oily. Don't love that. And just get in here. And I'm kind of breaking down the broccoli rabe. And I'm really gonna try to get like this crushed, like now that I have gloves, I feel like I can do anything. So I'm gonna use the gloves to kind of like peel apart the garlic, but I'm kind of like also rubbing the garlic against the broccoli so that it gets that garlic, like a more pure garlic like flavor. Found a big guy. Okay. And then there's the zest all over. This is gonna cook so beautifully. There's gonna be like a charred situation happening on the leaves. So good. Move that over and spread this out so it roasts as even. I can get it roasted as evenly as I possibly can. There we go. Okay. And we will roast this for about 15 minutes or so, because it's on 425. So I'm going to start a timer right now. Let's see. Okay. 15 minutes. Okay. Back over here because our soup is at a boil. There we go. Soup's at a boil, so now I am going to cover it, reduce it to a simmer for like 10 minutes and let it rock and roll there. I'm going to start yet another timer for the soup. I wonder if this is going to let me have 2 timers. It does. Okay. Yes. 2 timers at once. Okay. And so while we're doing that, and while everything's cooking and doing its job, we are going to make the crunchy detox salad. So let me grab all of our things that we need, like our pre-chopped cabbage or pre-shredded cabbage. I got Napa cabbage. I love like the bite on a Napa cabbage right now. It's so yummy and delicious. So we have this, and then we are going to add in some other things. I was, what's it called? I was shredding some fennel already for a client, and so I started doing that for this. So this is already pre-shredded. I was really proud of myself. I would even add in more fennel because I personally love fennel. And I think I'm going to right now because I'm just thinking about how much, where's my fennel? I'm just thinking about how much more fennel I really want in this. So I'm going to do that with my mandolin. And this is a good time for me to show you how to even properly use a mandolin because I don't know. I've been doing this for a while now, but I don't even know if I've really done that yet. I may have, but let's do it again. Refresher, if so. So mandolin is the #1 tool that will send you to the ER. That's the fact. That's the truth. It's the #1 tool that can send anyone to the ER. So what you're going to do is you are going to direct it away from you. And I have cut myself with a mandolin. If you've cut yourself with a mandolin, you know that shit hurts. So we don't want to do that. So away from you like this, blade down. You can set your mandolin. Hopefully you can set your mandolin. I imagine most have this setting. To whatever width you want. I like a thinner bite of fennel specifically. So away from you in a bowl like this, diagonal. And then you're going to take your fennel, whatever it is, and just kind of go down on it. You're gonna use like this as your handle. There's a lot of mandolins that have those sort of they have little handles for, it's gonna be so stringy. They have like those little things that you can poke you can poke it on your produce and then mandolin it, and I just hate those things. I think they are slippery and not great. So especially with something like fennel, it's like a little handle built in, which we love. So okay, that is enough shaved fennel for me. Wonderful. And I'll juice the rest. I love fennel in a juice. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to add in all of we're going to add in all of the crunchy, hydrating vegetables. So that includes the radish. So radish, bitter vegetables like radish, like fennel that is a little bit more bitter, arugula. These are things that we love right now because they are full of pre-digested enzymes. They are just like scrubbers to our system, which again, spring reset your system. So we are adding in the radish, and then crunchy, hydrating vegetables. So like cucumber. I add cucumber in all year round. I just love a cucumber, but it works here, especially now. And then we are also going to add in some mint. Mint is very in season right now. Mint, as you know, because if you drink mint tea, it always says like smooth, or not smooth move. I mean, maybe, but like the tummy, like ease your tummy, whatever the heck it says. It's always like a mint-based tea. I also just like the freshness of mint, so mint is where it's at here. And then some dill. Got some dill going. Gorgeous. And then I'm going to save the rest of this parsley, actually, to top I don't know, I could either top the broccoli, or I could top it on that would actually be so yummy. Or I could top the soup with it. I could do whatever I want, so we'll see. But this is our salad. You can add in some avocado if you want even extra plant-based protein, healthy fats, all that stuff. You can add in some chicken. It would be food combining friendly if you're following me because you love food combining. And in that case, I wouldn't use tahini at all in the dressing. I would just use olive oil because nuts don't blend with animal protein or seeds. I mean, both. And then if you want, you can also add in some like hemp seeds or something, or some sunflower seeds for extra crunch, because this is a super crunchy salad. So yeah, totally NBD. But we'll make the dressing now. So let me grab my things for the dressing. Oops. Okay. For the dressing, I've blended up a little bit of tahini, because if you've been here long enough, you know that is always in my fridge. So I have some blended tahini and garlic here. And then I'm going to add in some olive oil, some drizzle, some ACV, just to make it a little tangy, give it a little sweet tang. And then lemon, because this is a big lemon party here at Eat Prep Love today. And some sea salt as well. Let me grab my cutie little whisk if I haven't packed it, which I don't think I did. Nope. I knew I would want it here. I always have it here, you guys, you know this. Okay, actually, I want to go over here. I'll show you under this fun lighting. Okay. Whisk. Perfect. And the thing that's so great about like having kind of a more acidic, and I say that with the vinegar, again, lemon is more alkaline, or it is alkaline, but you know, it has the qualities that break things down. Again, pre-digested enzymes, breaks down food, etc., etc. But it does that in cooking too. So when we use lemon or ACV, any type of vinegar, when we're having more bitter, or even like kale, like something that's a little more, that's a little harder, a little trickier to chew, I guess, it helps to break down that food. So it will do that even in the bite. I'm leaving this on the side because I'm not eating this yet, as usual. I will eat this, honestly, in like a little bit. It's so good. I'm so excited about it. So let's check in on our timing. We've got like 1.5 minutes on the soup. Great. And then we have 6 minutes on the broccoli. I'm going to give the broccoli a check. We'll check it halfway. I like to do that anyways. And what perfect timing. So we're going to do that now. After I throw out these gloves. Sorry. Okay. The broccoli, let's give it a look. Oh my god, the vibrant green is nuts. And it's already getting that nice, like, sort of like crispy. Ooh, it's so good, you guys. The crispy broccoli leaves are already happening. Okay, I'm putting this back in because it really does need the 15 minutes. But how quick is that, you guys? 15 freaking minutes on broccoli. Insane, right? So if anyone has any questions about, you've got 40 seconds. If anyone has any questions at all about any of this, about any of the, I don't know, you could ask me my ebook if you want, but if you have any questions at all about, like, just your digestion, spring reset, what you can do, feel free to throw it in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just keep freeballing and geek out on it even more for you. So you really want to, like, do those things that, like, besides eating with the season, do those things that really get your system going. That includes movement, lymphatic drainage, the dry brush. I have a demo on my Instagram feed. You can do the, soup is ready. I'll keep talking about this though. I'm going to open the lid, but I'm going to keep talking about this. That means lymphatic drainage, dry brushing. I love a gua sha for the face. I really do. I know it looks trendy and whatever, but it really is worth the hype. And then I think I might let this go for a few more minutes, honestly. But before I do so, I'm going to add in some of the lemon zest so it just starts getting cooked in there without making it so bitter. Okay. I think when the broccoli's done, I'm gonna let this be done. I think. We shall see. Intuitive cooking. Okay, back to modalities. So, lymphatic drainage. I found an amazing lymphatic drainage place that's $80 here. And I found out that the way that they do it, which is not with the paddle, is actually the classic right way. That was really like the way that it's supposed to be done, and it's just with the hands. It's more of a deep tissue / lymphatic drainage, like focused massage. And God, I think I'm gonna need it after I move. I'm probably gonna go get one, but it's so nice and good, and it like really just settles the stomach. The lymphatic system is the only system in your body that does not work and circulate blood through it itself. You have to do it. You have to work it. So that would mean doing what I just said, the dry brushing, all that, but also like running, walking, literally taking a walk works your lymphatic system. Even just like jumping around your apartment or your house or whatever, have a little dance party. I love doing that. I love doing that while I'm packing. I'm trying to. And then you can also just, I don't know if anyone has a rebounder trampoline, but like that's fantastic. And it's a really good way to make your neighbors downstairs not like you, but it's also a really good way to like just get your system, let gravity do its work and get things moving. It's fabulous. So that's a really, really, really amazing tool. Sauna, sweating works your lymphatic system. I go to hot yoga. That's amazing. You can also just go to a sauna. If you're, interested in that, if you're near one. I feel like if you're here with me, you love a good sauna or infrared sauna. I love an infrared. Go to the Russian Turkish bathhouse if you're in New York City. If you're not, I don't know what the equivalent is wherever you are. Maybe that's something I'll add to the ebook now that we're talking out loud, or I'm talking out loud. What else can you do? You could stretch. If you're like, I can't go for a walk because of X, Y, and Z, stretch. Because I don't know, maybe you have kids, they're napping. I'm literally thinking of one of my friends. If you have kids, and my sister. I have a lot of people I'm thinking of actually. Just go stretch, because that's another really good way to get your system going. God, what else can you do? There's so many things. It doesn't have to be all cardio. I personally hate cardio. I hate jumping. I hate jumping generally, unless it is on the rebounder trampoline. But if it's like if I'm just like jumping around my apartment, or if it's on my terms, I can handle it. Otherwise, I'm not going to like a Barry's boot camp class. But it is really good for your system to do stuff like that, even to take the stairs, opt for the stairs. These are things that you can do to it will change your mood. It will change your overall mood, your mindset, and everything. I mean, even just resetting and doing these little things that I know I'm not necessarily in the mood to do in the moment, I'll always feel better for it, and I never regret doing any of these things. So with that being said, let's take out the broccolini. So grabbing this, oh my God. She's so ready for dinner or whatever. Looks divine. And then I'm gonna turn this off. And then the soup is it needed that extra 6 minutes. I could just tell. Why could I tell? I could tell because the asparagus like felt a little bit hard still, and it just didn't seem, it just wasn't ready to go. You could leave this soup as is. You don't necessarily need to add in, the, you don't need to blend it. If you don't want to, you really don't have to do that. I'm going to blend it, not this second. I'm going to let this cool down, just for safety reasons. So I'm going to let it cool down, then I'll blend it. I'm going to move this into the sink so this hot thing's out of my way. But yeah, I'll blend it after. I'm going to put some right now. I'm gonna put some lemon in it. This is how I'm gonna make it lemony. You can add in more lemon if you are someone who loves lemon like me. And then I will be adding in the remainder of the parsley. Oops. I'll add it into the soup because I love to like liven up the soup even more. That's Eat Prep Love this week. That's it. We're done. That's literally it. I just made 3 things. It has been 35 minutes, really. That's how simple this is. And I want the simplicity to continue in a million different ways personally, but for you as well. I really, really, really hope that you like are always just seeing how all these ingredients can be so easy, versatile, and you don't have to do anything so crazy, fancy. It's none of it's so complicated. It can just be this simple. And I mean, even the broccoli rabe, like you could end up putting that into a sort of pasta dish or something for later in the week. You can even with like the soup pair that with like a really yummy crunchy sourdough bread. Sourdough's pre-fermented. It's already like ready to go, ready for the system to break down. So that's a really, really yummy way to pair it. I've mentioned all the add-ins that you can make with the, you can add into the salad. So I hope that you have the most amazing week. Please wish me luck. Send me a DM. Send me anything. Any love. I'm obsessed with some love. But send it over because I need it. This move is really not fun. But it's necessary, just like going to the gym. Kind of. Anyway, you get what I mean. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope it's delicious above anything else too. And take care of yourselves. I will let you know if next week is on. I'm not 1,000% because I need to see my setup and my unpacking and everything. But anyways, I love you.